I'm delighted to be elected as the President of the National Federation of Young Farmers. Oh, it's the most enormous honour. I was totally shocked when the national officers telephoned and asked if I would consider standing. And of course, having been a young farmer throughout my life, and that be the reason why I've got involved in so many organisations, I could hardly say no. So it's a great thrill. In my role as President, I think my role is to support the national officers and the policies that they develop. It's not for me to have a theme, but I've watched with great interest the YFC develop support in mental health and diversity, all things that I think we should, it happens, we should just celebrate it and get behind it. So that's, I think, my role. My parents almost forced me to go and join Newtons and Sires Young Farmers Club in Devon. I was picked up by a club leader, forced to do various competitions, or so it felt at the time. And then, of course, the rest is history. Gradually moved through the movement, and now, of course, elected as president. Yeah, I was club chairman of Newtons and Sires, and I guess in some senses that's the toughest one, because you're amongst all your peers who know you. But then I went on to be county chairman, area chairman, and a couple of offices in national finance, and the forerunner to the agricultural committee, and then national chairman. When I went to school, I recall my parents were usually feeding livestock when I went to school, and when I came home, they were doing the same. It was livestock, predominantly livestock arable farm, but I think that sort of taught me values of it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are. If you make an effort, you get the opportunity to then grow into the movement. I guess two people really. Tanner Shields, who was former General Secretary, insofar as getting me involved at national level. But at the time I attended my first annual meeting, Henry and later Lord Plum was the president, and he encouraged me to get involved in European agri-politics. He then became president of the European Parliament and encouraged me to stand for election in Europe, where I became, I believe, the first and only president from England and Wales, which was over a 4-year period. So it was really extremely interesting, but very political in agri-politics sense. Ultimately, all stems from young farmers maybe getting confidence to speak and debate with other people, but yeah, numerous roles in county chair of the County Agricultural Association. I became very interested in agricultural education and communicating to the next generation about where our food comes from. So I chaired the governors of the County Agricultural College, but also was persuaded to start with others an food and farming charity called FACE, which was a national charity and is now Leaf Education. So lots of roles. I've enjoyed them all. Well, to be honest, most things haven't changed in YFC as far as I can see. The skills and the development that takes place in competitions. I saw the drama competition, 8 teams, absolutely fantastic. And that was one competition I actually hated, and I would do a backstage role. I would never go out on front of stage. Public speaking was fine once I got going, so great admiration for those that competed yesterday in the finals. I think Brains Trust, because I was always chairman of it, but it was that sort of debate, and slightly less formal than debating, but I think it taught you the skills where you have to get up and say a few words, and that happens throughout your life, whatever it is. And it's that opportunity to be spontaneous that Brain Trust certainly developed in me anyway, and a lot of other young farmers as well.